Hello class, my name is Jasmine G, and the general purpose of my informative speech is to make you aware of what a quarterly life crisis is and ways of coping through one. Have you ever been at a point in your life that you're doing a lot of questioning? You may have insecurities, doubts about career choices, and even relationship status. Now, this normally takes place between the ages of 20 and 30 because you're at this age you're doing a lot of reflecting, which may create a lot of anxiety, insecurities, and depression. I'm going to give you ways to cope through this quarter life crisis to make it easier to go through this stage in life. I remember when I was 29 years old and I was doing a lot of self-reflecting about the career choices that I had made in my life. I envisioned when I was younger that I would probably be a nurse or a counselor at this age of 29. Because I was not, I had a lot of anxiety and depression. What I was going through in the age of 29, I did not realize it was actually a quarter life crisis or that I was even normal in going through one. Which brings you to my first point. You are not losing your mind when you're going through a quarterly life crisis. It is actually very normal to go through a quarterly life crisis. I'm going to bring you back to the ages of 20 and 30. At this point in your life, you're finishing up college, or you may be ready to settle down in your life with your significant other. You may be trying to figure out whether you want to stay in the same state that you are, or you want to travel abroad, or basically you're trying to figure out what is next. You're doing a lot of questioning in your life right about now because it's time for a transition in your life. As I said it before, these feelings are very normal that you're going through. Which brings me to my second point. Having a quarter life crisis does not define who you are. Although you're at a standstill at your life, you're ready for something different, you have to remember it takes work to get to the bigger picture. Your big picture could be having a family with a white picket fence, maybe a CEO of a company. I remember at this time in my life, I was complaining about the career choices that I had. I was not happy. I was depressed. I had a lot of anxiety because basically I was not where I wanted to be in my life. I remember I had to take action, and through my action, I enrolled myself in school. Now, for my third point. Please do not compare yourself with other people during this quarter life crisis. Yes, you may have others in your peer group that are lawyers, doctors, or of some high status quo in their lives. But you have to remember, you don't know what it took for them to get to where they are in life. I remember in my 10-year reunion, I was really filled with anxiety and probably even depression because I graduated with a class. Now they were lawyers, doctors, they were business owners. They had a lot going for themselves. And I remember comparing and felt like I didn't have anything going for myself at the age of 29, even 30. I forgot to take the time to reflect on the positives of my accomplishments and the positive direction that my life was actually going. Can you take away from what I'm sharing with you? You have to remember, going through a quarterly life crisis, it's a normal process. Remember that the age range is normally between the ages of 20 and 30. You're not losing your mind. You're not crazy. Make sure that this does not define who you are. And always remember, it is okay to make changes. Do not compare yourself to others. And always take time to be grateful of the accomplishments that you have made in your life. This is actually a natural stage of life. Now, hopefully you're better prepared to help somebody to cope through this stage in life or to help somebody else that's going through this stage in life. And remember, If Britney Spears can make it out of 2007, you can make it through your quarter life crisis.